Greetings, citizen of the internet! It is I, C+Hero, the hero VTuber the making, and happy Wednesday, March 5th, 2025! How are you guys all doing on this lovely afternoon if you live in the States, or maybe it's early morning for you guys who live on the opposite side of the world? And hello, Charmander Anime, what's up? Or it could be a good evening if you live in the European time right now, but how you guys are all doing? I hope that you guys are having a lovely day today, a lovely Wednesday. Today it is a hump day because a lot of people call it the hump day because it is the middle of the week and getting over this hill, you could say, can be a bit tough for some people, but I know that we can all make through it. I know it's been a quite busy time for me. I'm playing a Monster Hunter World. Yes, I did notice that you've been playing Monster Hunter World in the Discord server like you shared in that one post in Discord server. Yeah, how is the game anyway? I personally never got interested in Monster Hunter. I tried the previous Monster Hunter game and it wasn't really for me. I mean, it looks fun playing the fighting against the giant monster and all, but to me, I just don't seem to enjoy it as much as other people would. I have no idea why. But yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds is like the new game in the Monster Hunter franchise. It's incredible. Well, at least I'm glad to hear that you find it incredible. I just personally don't feel the same excitement when I'm playing Monster Hunter. I have no idea why. But I've been playing Pikmin 2 again. At least I'm enjoying that game, so. And good evening to you, Johan Ramos. How am I doing? I am doing well today, Johan Ramos. How are you doing today? So today on our agenda, we'll be continuing and finishing up the story in Honkai Star Rail version 3.1. I feel like we're going to face against the boss very, very soon. And oh my god. Okay, hang on a second, guys. Hang on. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I am sorry to go tiny and disappear for a moment because the cup that I have here for my water, I noticed it wasn't properly cleaned after I poured some water in because it was like looks so white. The water looks so white, and I just have to throw it out. And I just don't know why it was dirty. Somebody wasn't properly cleaned the dishes, and it's not me, so. I see. Wow, 2 years. So this game has been... So that game has been worked for 2 years. That's crazy. Yeah. Oh, Johan. Since you're here, Johan, have you watched the new Daredevil Born Again on Disney+? I haven't watched it yet. I plan to watch it. I really do want to watch the new Daredevil show on Disney+, but I haven't got around the time to do so because I've just been so busy with other stuff and try to figure out what's the best thing to do with the time that I have, you know what I'm saying? Like, because there's just so many things I want to do and yet so little time, you know? It's just kind of unfair sometimes, you know? Sometime. If only I have the power to stop time like Dio Sawarudo, you know what I'm saying? Oh, really? The brand new Pretty Tier anime? You know, I wish I would have go watch Pretty Tier, but I haven't watched Pretty Tier for a while, you know? I haven't even, like, finished watching Tropical Rouge Pretty Tier, like, which came after Healing Good Pretty Tier. The only Pretty Tier series that I finished watching, I completed watching the whole thing, was Healing Good Pretty Tier and... what was that? That Pretty Tier that has a dessert for its theme. Something Pretty Tier. I don't know. Like, so many Pretty Tier, you know. There's just so many Pretty Tier. I also remember watching this one Pretty Cure that has a princess theme to it, but I have not like finished. Like I stopped watching that at some point. I think that's like around the time after I quit Crunchyroll, you know, because I just couldn't afford it, or just there was too much money pay at the time. So I don't know, man. Right now, my wife and I, as well as my parent, including my parents, are watching Dragon Ball Z now. We actually we finished watching Dragon Ball, and now we started watching Dragon Ball Z. Yes, Delicious Party Prettier. Yeah, that is it. Delicious Party Prettier. Yeah, I remember it was that Prettier where Kyo Makaro and Kyo Chocolat was in. And I know, and I remember those two characters because they're kind of like, wow, the anime kind of hinting toward that they were kind of like Sailor Uranus and Sailor Neptune? They were kind of like Sailor Neptune x Sailor Uranus. If you know what I'm referring to, then you know what I'm referring to. But yes. Oh, they released 2 episodes. Makes sense because most of the time, I think for new Disney Plus show, they release like 2 episodes to start the premiere, right? Or at least like a 1 long hour episode for the first episode. But yeah, I gotta have to watch Daredevil Born Again. I have never watched the original Daredevil show when it was on ABC though, when it was on television. But I know that it didn't meet a lot of like, you know, a lot of review, like a lot of criticism but at least, you know, Daredevil is popular enough that it actually, you know, got a quote-unquote a remake of the show, you know. I think that's why it's called Daredevil Born Again, because it's kind of like a remake of the Daredevil show. Because I remember like there was like an argument between, you know, Marvel Studio and the studio or the producer that was making the, you know, the Marvel TV show. And what happened eventually is that they wanted to keep it separate from the main MCU movie titles, which is kind of a little bit weird because, you know, Daredevil, the Defenders, you know, they're all part of the MCU, so it kind of didn't make any sense. Then again, the state of the MCU doesn't make any sense at all at this point right now because of the whole, you know, multi-dimensional thing. It sounds fun on paper, but it's just very hard to execute, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I think we discussed this about the whole thing about, you know, MCU, multi-cinematic universe and all, and how, like, it looks like the whole thing with, you know, the multiverse idea thing into the story. It's hard to pull off very good, you know? Hirogaru's Sky Pretty Cure, the hero theme, and Wonderful Pretty Cure, the animal theme were great. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that's a good point, Charmin Anime. I think because of the one, we lost, well, not like lost, like, you know, they passed away or all, but like, we lost some of the actors who play, you know, some of the more memorable characters, like Captain America, you know, like, you know, Chris Evans plays Steve Rogers, Captain America. We also, like, you know, don't have Robert Downey Jr., although he is coming back as, you know, the evil version of Tony Stark as Doctor Doom. At least that's something looking forward to. And we just, like, lost other actors who play, you know, these characters that we grew up with, memorable. But now, in the current state of MCU, it feels like, you know, Marvel is just, you know, trying to, you know, pull off that old magic that how the MCU started with Iron Man. With these other, like, character, but they kind of, I would say, in my opinion, they pull off some well and they pull off not too well, you know. But overall, it is just not as exciting as the original, like, you know, Phase 1, Phase 2, even Phase 3 MCU, you know. Like, it's just not as exciting anymore. The Infinity Saga was just the Infinity Saga, you know, saga was great, but without like a big key element that, you know, keep the story afloat and related with each other, it's just kind of a mess, you know. It's kind of a total mess. That's why I think, like, you know, the whole multiverse thing kind of sounding cool on paper, but it's hard to implement when it comes to, like, the storytelling. I think it's just the whole storytelling is kind of messed up from MCU ever since, you know, No Way Home. I mean, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man is just another alternate version of What If kind of Spider-Man story. But the thing about Johan is that the brand new animated show, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, the only thing... Okay, I don't want to go too political on this, but I heard that the current Spider-Man animated show, the animation is not as good as a lot of people don't like it. And I also heard that I remember somebody said from the staff member, the actors who in the show says something like, I hope this new Spider-Man anime show wouldn't be a woke media. And then what happened then eventually kind of turned into a woke media. If you guys know what that means, then you guys pretty much know what I mean by that. But I can't say for sure because I haven't watched it, so I cannot make my own judgment based on things that I just haven't watched yet. So, but from what I'm understanding, for people who just still enjoy Spider-Man, they can just enjoy Spider-Man just whichever you want, Like, I haven't watched any Spider-Man media or anything from Disney at all lately. Like, and even if I want to watch something on Disney Plus, it's usually when I just go and rewatch some old movie, like the first Cars movie or the first Iron Man movie or whatever. Like, I go and watch the old stuff and not the new stuff, I kind of agree, Charm and Anime. The multiverse thing kind of do mess things up. It just makes the whole, like the continuity of the story and like very troubling. And what's even worse is that I think another thing that worse is that kind of like the argument of, content behind paywall. Since like some of the MCU related media behind this, it's on Disney Plus, aka you have to pay for it monthly or yearly if you want to do a yearly subscription. Not many people like to do that because either because they just cannot afford the money or they just don't want to give money anymore to Disney as it is, So they feel like, all these like MCU stuff content is behind the paywall. I think I remember like the original Japanese director producer of, I believe the producer of Monster Hunter. No, was it the producer of Monster? I think it was some Japanese video game producer or executive producer says something like, something about like, oh, I watched Captain America Brave New World. I have never watched Captain America Falcon and the Winter Soldier show. Should I go watch that show in order to understand the context in Captain America Brave New World? And that brought a lot of like, discussion on online when that guy posted that on Twitter one day on the Japanese side. And as well as a lot of Marvel fans came into the discussion too. Like, they agreed that, some of the MCU stuff that people should watch, should know, but they couldn't because they just couldn't afford the money for Disney Plus. So it's like, feel like it's totally like unfair that, some of the MCU content is behind a paywall, which is aka Disney Plus. So yeah, a lot of people just don't want to pay extra money to Disney just to watch something, So yeah. Yeah, that is true. At least they brought like, certain characters to the MCU to make it more spicy and more fun. But I'm just wondering how they gotta, make the storytelling like concise and make sense afterward, all the way until the next Avenger movie, because we kind of do need another new Avenger movie. It's been a while, it's been a while. How long has it been since Avenger Endgame, it's been like what, little close to 10 years now? Kind of crazy. Yeah, the Brave New World, other than that, like I heard it was kind of mid, like a little bit mid, but the only thing, was exciting for it is the Red Hulk. Because another problem for MCU that's been a problem with why is the Incredible Hulk. Like, what do they do with the Incredible Hulk? They don't do him that much, except maybe the time the show She-Hulk. But I feel like She-Hulk wasn't a good show because it feel like, I hate to say it, it kind of felt like a woke show. It felt like a woke show. Heck, the main villain of She-Hulk was literally a Reddit Reddit person. You know what I'm saying? It literally was a Reddit person. The endgame came out in 2018. Oh, so it was like 6 years ago. Wow. I mean, 6 years maybe wasn't too long ago for some people, but that felt like a long time ago. I remember they did like rerun the endgame in 2020 just because it was close to beating like, what, Avatar on the box office? Well, you know, include with inflation and all, but it was almost going to be Avatar in inflation. And you know what's kind of crazy about a lot of the MCU Marvel movie? They may be one of the biggest, like, blockbuster movies of all time, but funny enough, in Japan, in the box office for Japan, some of the animated movie like Detective Conan and Doraemon movie, heck, even like if you know the anime Anpanman, those animated movie made more money than the Avenger movie or some of the biggest MCU movies of all time. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how like a little kid anime movie make more money than Marvel. Kind of sound crazy, right? Okay, so I think it's about time we could, you know, go and start up Honkai Star Rail, because I think we already, from what I heard, I talked with some people on other Discord server, and according to what I heard, apparently I only have about 2 hours left in the story. So yeah, to be fair, Japan is the home of the weeb. Okay, that is kind of partially true. That is actually partially true. Plus, you know, like, you know, show like Anpanman and Doraemon, the kid anime, they've been on television a lot longer. Like, I mean, like, very, very long time. Like, over 50 years, you know, like, over 50 years. You thought One Piece was, like, a very long anime? Well, guess what? There's even some anime that's ran much longer than One Piece. Okay, let me just do BRB real quick. I'll be right back. Just gonna turn on the PlayStation 5. I hope Doomsday don't suck, Charmander. I hope Doomsday don't suck. You know, thing I'm kind of a little bit still upset about is like how they have to fire the actor who play, you know, Kang the Conqueror. Because thing about Kang the Conqueror is that I enjoy Kang the Conqueror in the Marvel anime show, Marvel's Avengers Assemble. That show made Kang the Conqueror such a memorable character to me, because he wasn't just a villain who would have conquered the world for just because he can, but he did it so he could save his future as well as save his, you know, his fiance, like his wife. He wanted to save the person he loved, and he will do it he'll do it by destroying Captain America, and he'll do whatever it takes to achieve his goal. He was such a respectful, like, villain character with a great backstory. And I was hoping that the MCU would turn Kang the Conqueror sort of like that, but with, you know, different but great storytelling and backstory. But then, you know, after the people found out about some of the weird, suspicious thing that the actor have done in life, yeah, I understand that they kind of have to, you know, separate the actor due to his reputation, his background, but it still kind of sucked that, you know, they could have just replaced with a different actor to play Kang the Conqueror, but then they go with Doctor Doom, because Doctor Doom and Kang the Conqueror, if you read the comic book, they're kind of related. So, I don't know. Life is just not fair, you know. Life is just not fair. Gotta assign these. Patch. But yeah. Alright then. We're gonna go. And for today, yeah, I guess we're gonna play as a dot team then. Alright then. Let us go back to the grove. I think we're gonna have to... I think we have to go here. Yeah, we have to go here, and we have to go up the hill. So last time at Honkai Star Rail, we went through the tree inside Cersei, and we're gonna reach to the top to meet up with Anaxa. And we found out that the Lady Calypso is really Cersei in her human form. She is one of the Titans. She's the Titan of Reason. And we also learned that she and Minista, the romance titan, has a thing or two with them. They were in a relationship, apparently. And now we gotta go and save Anaxa because apparently, I have a feeling that we're gonna face against a boss. Oh, so you actually know about the Super Saiyan 4 when Daimon came out. So, that version of Super Saiyan 4, thing is that Akira Toriyama, before he passed away, he actually drew his own version of Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And what happened is that he was originally planned to put Super Saiyan 4 into the Dragon Ball canon. And that's how Dragon Ball Daima came into be. He was originally going to put Super Saiyan 4 Dragon Ball Daima. And this was kind of, quote-unquote, his last wish before he passed away last year, right? So that is why. And the thing about Dragon Ball Daima is that it takes place before Dragon Ball Super. And I did saw this one theory made by the fan is that the reason why Goku and Vegeta cannot transform into Super Saiyan 4 and Super Saiyan 3 respectfully in the Super continuity is because, like, the Supreme Kai decided to erase everyone's memory so that they won't find out the secret of the Demon Realm. Because they want to keep the Demon Realm, like, kind of secret and all. I don't know exactly why, but that's kind of what the fan theory goes to. And that's the whole reason why Goku cannot transform into Super Saiyan 4 and Dragon Ball Super. Because he just completely forgot it. Anyway.
My eyes can no longer see.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good.
No matter. All I have to do is to place his body at the core of the array.
And just in case we face against some kind of boss, let's prepare ourselves.
For the sake of Emphorius. Die with me, Titan.
Ah, for an ominous place. This place looks kind of pretty. But anyway, let's keep on going. And I see somebody up on that throne. Look at there, guys. There he is, the boss. I mean, you can't blame the, the animation studio, the producer, or the staff that work at Dragon Ball Daima, because I think they were all just doing what Akira Toriyama wished, based on his final wish, because he was originally working on the story, he was the guy who wrote the story for Dragon Ball Daima. So, I mean, you can still criticize, Akira Toriyama work even after his passing, but I think Dragon Ball Daima is not that bad, I mean, the animation especially is much better than what we showed in the original Dragon Ball Super, not gonna lie.
Who is this black-robed guy?
Source of the smell and the memory. No, he's basically the memory itself. Interesting. The burning paradise, the shattered sun, and carnage, death and destruction.
Everyone, brace yourself. This must be the hunter reborn from the black tide that Cersei was talking about. The black sword and cloak. The owner of the piece of cloth. The north wind that sent over the deathly fog of Thanatos.
You're not
demigods.
I mean, I'm planning to, Johan. I think we could able to finish this within today. If I have the time. I'm kind of planning to stream a little bit longer today.
Stand down or die.
Quick, run! It's just us! We won't be able to defeat them! Don't worry, I'll protect everyone. Things will get better when they take the day. Is there still time for us to escape now?
He has already discovered us. Let's do our best to buy time for Cersei's.
Trian will also protect everyone! Trian is brave!
Mister. Only this time, may death protect us.
Oh, here we go.
Be careful.
One slash. Two slashes. Three slashes. Enough.
Okay. I have to admit, this boss looks
Who are
cool.
you? All things are as one. Every petal in life's garden.
And we don't even know this boss' name either. His name is question marks. So, for now, we're just gonna call him Mr. Shadow Wraith because he kind of reminds me of the Shadow Wraith from Lord of the Ring. That's why the title called, is this boss a Shadow Wraith? Anyway, we're gonna attack him with an ice mat attack.
Relax.
At least he's weak against to ice and lightning. So we're gonna use Black Swan skill, and we're gonna activate your ultimate.
Beneath the silent waters lies an endless
The Wraith
abyss.
reminds you of Vanitas from Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, it kind of does. Kind of remind. I could see that. I could see that. Then let's see how he attacks. Alright, he does a physical damage. At least I heard that this guy could do physical damage. And now, the thing I heard about this boss is that we must kill his Shadow Clone Jutsu here because these Shadow Clone Jutsu kinda troubling. So, Long Shadow Vessel. So, when the summon is defeated, the summoned object will also be defeated. Resist crowd control debuff when question mark uses Demise Storm or Fading Fate again. If this unit was summoned by this attack and it's in the mutual sacrifice state, then this unit will attack together with blah 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 blah. So it looked like this thing is involved with its ultimate attack. So we gotta be careful. But first of all, let's heal up our team.
Destiny's hand
That
has truly
breathing
blessed me.
sensation.
And let's attack one of them. And
Pay
we'll attack
attention.
you.
Stand still.
Alright, and here comes Kafka's ultimate.
Never last.
Let's just call him Thanatos. I like to call him Mr. Shadow Wraith because I think that's kind of a perfect name for him. You think he's Thanatos? You think he's the Titan? This guy's a Titan down. Now, here's a theory that I heard about from some of the fan online. Some people say this guy may be Finon from the future. Some people think that he may be Finon in the future. Why is that? Because in the game, if you play this game, March 7th said something before you go into Infurious. She said that the very first character you meet always hide a secret. And so far, that statement from March 7th, that dialogue from March 7th, when she said like, the first character you meet in a new planet, in a new world, always has a secret, holds so true so far. Because the first character we in Balabot, who it was Sample. We learned that he was part of the on the path of elation. We learned about that secretly, like around the Pentacoli story arc, and even after the Bellabok story arc. The first character we meet in Jianzha Lafu was Tengu, but we learned that that was a real Tengu. That was Fantalia in disguise. The real Tengu was quote-unquote dead. And then in Penacony, the first character, who did we meet the first character? It was Misha. And we learned that Misha was just the past version of, you know, the original Clockmaster, or what was it, the Clockmaster or something? You know, the one of the founders who created Penacony. Yeah. So every first character you meet in Emphoria, every first character you meet in the new world, they hide a secret. And who is the first character we met in Emphoria? It is Phynon. It is Phanon. It is him. And some people think that this guy is Phynon from the future. Now, if this is so true, then that's gonna be such a mind blown. But anyway, let's attack this guy.
So powerful. Cersei's was right.
I have come.
Thanks.
Okay, let's see. Activate Horror's ultimate here to give everyone extra energy. Yeah, and also Month 7th birthday is in 2 days. Yeah, Month 7th, right? I wonder if we're gonna get some extra reward. And what happened to the enemies?
The threads of destiny aren't chosen.
Okay, let's just fast forward this a bit so we could do this, and then we will attack you.
Lies an endless abyss.
There's more to life.
Stand still. Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Return to the bridge.
Whoa, whoa! So that's how. Okay, that's the attack.
To the fire.
Not good.
Oh no 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 no! Oh. Okay, well that happened. I guess we're not meant to win that fight. What the?
Can't be killed in a single blow. You are indeed no ordinary human. Children, since the ambush failed, it'll be difficult to find another opportunity.
Huh?
What a pity.
Okay, apparently Alexa is possessed.
No. It's Cersei's.
Oh, that's right, Johan. You have a good point there. Maybe I should change my schedule and stream Honkai Star Rail on Friday and Hollow on a Saturday.
Waiting means
I was planning to stream Hollow longer on Friday since my wife is gonna come home late and we were gonna eat dinner late on Friday anyway, but maybe I'll switch my schedule to stream Honkai Star Rail this Friday and Hollow on Saturday. Maybe I'll do that. Who the heck was that? That was Alexa. That's the new characters coming in second phase of version 3.2 after the current patch. But anyway, let's start off with
Eternal
Yuan Mei still here.
What would you like here? All yours.
And attack you.
Relax.
Score.
Oh my god, these guys do so much damage. But at least Anexa's ability help us out a lot. At least it help us a lot. But let's heal up.
Destiny's
Say bye to
hand
breathing.
has truly
Okay, let's
blessed
speed
me.
things up a bit. So let's go attack.
Some value, I suppose.
Relax.
Nice. Let's see now. I'm gonna attack you in the middle.
This world. Return to the tree.
I'm gonna hold everyone back again.
Get them!
Okay, go, go, go.
Fiends or devils. I'll crush them all!
Good times never last. Time to say
Alright, go,
bye.
go, go. Yeah, I think I will definitely change my schedule and stream Honkai Star on Friday instead of Holotio. And Holotio will be changed to Saturday. The only question is, depending on how much progress we make today, I don't know what I'm gonna exactly stream for my next Honkai Star Rail stream after this one.
Destiny.
Stand still.
Every
Okay, let's
petal
activate
all will
Ruame
be swept
Ultimate
away by
here.
the wind.
And then we will
Eternal.
activate a skill here.
Return to the victory.
Memories are ever changing. Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Everyone, watch each other's back.
Oof, that did a lot of damage.
Destiny's hand has truly blessed me.
Time to say bye.
Go, go, Kapka!
Relax. Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Nice, nice, nice. Let's see that. We're gonna heal up everyone again. And everyone energy.
Ill fate descend. Beneath the waters lies an endless abyss.
Yeah, maybe some kind of tribute to March 7th, right? But I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do that. And oh wait, what just happened?
This is bad.
Century Gate, open!
Oh man, what just happened? It seemed like that guy vanished to the Shadow Realm.
Phew. That was a close call. Thank goodness that we returned to Akama unharmed.
Oh come on, your baseball is back.
Little Cass, my head, it still hurts. Sorry, I know you told me not to open the gate.
Please don't blame yourself, Lady Trianne. If it weren't for you, we would have already met our end at the Grove.
I feel awful. I need to go back to get some rest.
Lady Trianne, you haven't been well since you woke up. Are you sure you can make it back on your own?
All this noise and commotion. Akama hasn't changed a bit, has it?
Are you Professor Anaxa?
There's no need for doubt. The Titan no longer speaks. It is I, Anaxagoras of the New Sporists.
Indeed. You are the only one who would refer to yourself like that. Professor, let me be frank. The mission Lady Aglaya entrusted us is to search for survivors, uncover the truth about the disaster at the Grove, and retrieve the core flame of Circes.
That does not surprise me. And now, I'm a survivor who witnessed the entirety of the disaster, as well as the defenseless bearer of a core flame. Are you going to bring me to Aglaya to fulfill your duty?
That is indeed my duty, but I prefer not to present you to her as a captive or spoil of battle.
Fine. There's no need to make your life difficult. I'm not against meeting that woman. But I have some things to take care of first. The families of some of my fellow Grove Scholars live in the Holy City. Before we meet Aglaya, I want to visit them.
Oh yeah, I guess we gotta have to tell those family the bad news that their relative, you know, perished.
Because Lady Aglaya will probably be against it.
Let me guess. That woman will not only prevent me from visiting the families of the deceased, but will also suppress any information about the Grove. She's always been that cold-hearted. My fellows at the Grove gave their lives defending the Core Flame and fighting the Black Tide alongside me. Their families deserve to know the truth.
You intend to do it without her knowledge?
Do you really think that woman would treat me well, even if I behaved and proved my loyalty? I wouldn't mind seeing a bit more anger on her face. Are you going to stop me, Castorus?
I will accompany you, but please understand that Lady Aglaya has her own considerations.
You truly have the makings of a fine scholar.
Hello?
Putting yourself in other people's shoes like that. Let's go. I won't go overboard.
So, after all these years, you and Lady Aglaya are still...
Neither of us is narrow-minded. You should know the root cause of our conflict.
Sounds like to me that Professor Nexa or Alex Goris is not on a friendly term with Aglaya. Let's talk
Hello.
with this person first.
And you are?
Hello. If I'm not mistaken, you are Kalinikus' wife, right?
Yes.
Oh, Telekinesis.
Oh,
Yeah,
are
the
you
old
a
guy.
No wonder I haven't heard any news for so long. There's been a change in personnel, hasn't there?
Ma'am. Kalinikus passed away a few days ago, defending the Grove against the Black Tide.
So... did he manage to defend the Grove?
Huh?
Yes. He managed to protect Cersei's core flame at the cost of his life.
I see. I'll select some of his possessions and pick a nice resting place for him.
I mean, at least this woman is kind of understanding that her husband sacrificed his life to protect the cold flame. I mean, she still feels sad, but at least she's kind of sort of taking it well.
Please let us know if you need any help, ma'am.
I come from Kremnos. Death and sacrifice are things I've learned to face with composure. You know, Kalinikus, even though he was a scholar, he'd always ask me to teach him how to fight whenever he came back. Isn't it funny that a Chrysos heir like him wants to learn from an ordinary person like me? I've been prepared for this for a long time. In times like these, any ordinary goodbye might just turn out to be a final farewell.
Yeah, that's the thing, you know, like, you know, if you say, you know, just a temporary goodbye to a friend or a person you know so much, and then the next moment, you found out that they passed away, that hits so hard, man. That hit so hard. Actually, that kind of happened to me in real life. I knew this person for a very long time. I kind of knew this kid long time ago for a while. I think when we were a toddler, but the last time I saw him, he was working at his part-time job at a Japanese bookstore, and then the next moment I learned that he passed away. Yeah, life can hit you like that. Life is full of unexpectancy.
I'm really sorry.
There's nothing to be sorry for. I was once a warrior, and I'll find my way back to the battlefield someday.
Is that a floating pot? I am
With the
sorry to
coming
ruin the
coronation
moment,
of
but
the
I
new
see
king
a
of
floating
Kremnos,
pot flying by, and can I
I'll
help
take
to
up my
stop
lance
looking at
against
it?
the creatures of the Black Tide and seek vengeance for my husband.
Okay, let's talk with the second person. Right over here. Didn't I fix this pillar before? Why is it broken again?
Oh, hello, young ones. Is there anything I can help you with?
Are you the father of Keinani and Artakama?
Oh, the
Yes.
sisters.
Did my daughters cause trouble at school again? Alas, forgive this old brain of mine. Both of my daughters graduated long ago, and they are now scholars at the Grove. As I get older, memories from years past tend to blend together. What's the matter, young one? Why so quiet? Did my daughters really get into some trouble? If they refuse to apologize, just let me know. Their old dad can still talk some sense into them.
What should we do? I really can't tell him.
Don't ask me, I'm getting all teary-eyed as well.
Mr. Fabio, the Black Tide took Keinani and Artakama.
What?
They fought until their last breath against the Black Tide to defend the Grove. As the Chrysos heir stationed at the Grove, I failed to protect them. Mr. Fabio, if you're upset.
Don't put it that way. Even if my Artakama wasn't one of the Chrysos heirs mentioned in the prophecy, she was still a heroine, wasn't she?
Oh my god, that is so sad. This is sad. Actually, can we still talk to this lady here? I wonder if she has anything to say.
With the coming coronation of the new king of Kremnos, I'll take up my lance against the creatures of the Black Tide and seek vengeance for my husband.
Okay, that's what she say. Anyway, next up, we have one last person to talk with, and there's a treasure chest here. I'm gonna pick it up real quick before we meet the last person, and... Of course, this thing. Okay, it's time to deal with the thief. My favorite kind of minigame. Oh, joy. This is my favorite minigame in the game, guys. This is like my favorite thing I like about Honkai Star Rail. Blah, I feel the ground is spinning. I feel so sick. Carefully, above. I am just an old man. The priest said I would go through an ordeal when I was 884 years old. Could this be the day? Child, you have the wrong man. I'm not the infamous spirit thief Barthalos. My name is Old Bart, a mere porter. I have come to move this chest on the order of the Chancellor Elder. Quit pathetic, Barthalos. We do indeed look similar. I can understand how you could mistake us. Child, you do not believe me. I can understand that. Fortunately, we have plenty of time. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. About your looks. The creature and Cersei share common elements in life. Countless chimera resemble each other, just as it is common for a spirit or two to look alike. About your job. Back then, I was a lonely shade that roamed the wilderness. It was the Elder that took me in. Seeing that I was fast of foot and deft with my hand, they allowed me to take on the duty of a porter. Why would there be a chest sitting around waiting for you to open a public place? No one dared to blindly interfere with it because it is the property of an elder. You are going to cross a line for a citizen, so I rushed to stop you. Alright then, just give me my chest, man. Just give me back. Give me my chest. There we go. Thank you. Now then, let's go meet that last person. A young man.
What's wrong? I'm busy. There's a lot going on in the city and I've got my hands full.
Mister, we're sorry to bother you, but...
Wait, Lady Casters, did Lady Aglaia send you because of some mistake I made at work?
Keep your cool, Titus. I'm Anaxagoras from the Grove of Epiphany, and a colleague of your father, old Titus. A few days ago, your father passed away.
Wait, what? My old man died? That's no shocker. At his age, he was due for the River of Souls any time. Just up and left me behind. That old man. I've been telling him for ages to stay in the Holy City and enjoy his retirement. But no, he just had to go off to that grove and mess around with those scholars. Still wouldn't budge after all those arguments. That stubborn old thing. I already got him a retirement home and was waiting for him to come around. All my effort is wasted now, and he didn't even give me a chance to say goodbye. That bull-headed old man, stubborn as a mule.
That is it. That's all the colleagues' families that I remember.
Those who sacrifice their lives and their families are truly admirable. I'm not sure. Well, the last one didn't take it too well. The first one took it very well, and the second person, very sad, I think. Probably the saddest of them all.
Good work, Mister. And Professor Anaxa.
Let's go. Take me to see Aglaia.
All right. I'll lead the way.
I assume that if you play as the female Trailblazer, Caster is referred to as Miss. Or Madame, maybe. I don't know. Alright then, let's go meet Lady Aglaia. I hope Trina is gonna be okay. She felt really ill after using the Century Gate. Okay then, let's go meet...
Be in awe of jewels.
We're gonna go through this way. Man, this place is so big. And we're gonna activate this elevator here and go up to see Lady Aglaia.
Thank you for the food you give us, great
But
Zeus.
yeah. But speaking of a triad, for anyone who pulled for Trippy, what do you guys think of her anyway? I know that support character is much more worthwhile to pull, but I'm not planning to pull Trippy, you know? I'm just saving up my Stellar Jade for someone better, but I also haven't decided if I'm gonna pull for Casterus yet. Probably gotta wait for until special program for 3.2 to come out, then I'll decide then. As well as the
Miss
drip
Casterus,
market.
my lord, you're back.
Hello. We have an important matter to discuss with Lady Aglaia. May we trouble you to inform her of our presence?
My apologies, Miss Casterus. Lady Aglaia has just informed me that she has no time to receive anyone at the moment.
That's just great. She refuses to even see me. Answer me this, friend. Did Aglaia order you to take me directly to prison?
Who are you?
Please don't jest. It's possible that she really is busy. Let's wait here a moment, and I'll try to contact her using the slate.
To C+Hero and Company, of the grove circumstances, we are now fully cognizant, and for thy most diligent efforts, we harbor the deepest gratitude. Indeed, no words could adequately convey the depth of our appreciation. Alas, the Holy City presently faces sundry complications, and manifold duties command our attention, precluding us from extending proper welcome. For this oversight, we express sincere regret. Furthermore, following thy audacious voyage, rest must be prioritized. The particulars of recent events shall be delivered upon the morale, so it is written. Is she writing a literature? I think what she said is that they'll discuss about this tomorrow. That elegant style must be the garment makers. Oh, the garment maker. Dear garment maker, please inform Lady Agility Dow's message received. We will take our rest today. We'll send her our regard. Very well. Okay then.
It's fortunate we don't have to confront that woman while I'm hauling around this sick body. Castorus, and this friend I haven't gotten the chance to know. I'll take my leave for
this
today.
friend that I haven't got a chance to know. That's a great way to describe a friend.
My head still aches from that. I don't want to stay a second longer in this noisy city if I can.
Please be careful. Akuma isn't the Grove. This place
is covered by her golden threads. I know. That woman is extremely confident I won't escape her grasp. Don't worry. As I said before, I'll mind my behavior.
Mister, so many unexpected things happened on our journey to the Grove. We truly had no intention of putting you in danger, let alone face the Black Tide head-on.
Trouble is my old friend by now. We made it back alive. So much for the Black Tide.
Please do not underestimate the threat the Black Tide poses. The Black Tide is not just an enemy of Akuma, but all of Amphorius. Even back when the forces of strife coveted the Holy City, their warriors still undeniably halted the Black Tide outside Castrum Kremnos. Nigador's core flame now sits vacant, and the Black Tide has returned. The Grove is an academic city with the best understanding of the Black Tide. It shouldn't have fallen so easily, and yet it was taken overnight, leaving the city in blood and tears, haunted by the spirits of departed heroes.
Okay, I kind of have been noticing this for a while, but whenever Castorus opened her mouth, it doesn't look like her voice, the moment she opened her mouth, doesn't match with the speed of the dialogue. I feel like either that's some kind of an animation error or just bad animation in general. You guys notice that? Like, or is it just me? Is it just me to notice that?
The trial of strife is imminent. I pray Mighty will be able to steal his resolve soon. Lady Trebe once traveled across thousands of cities in Amphorius to repel the Black Tide. But even they have no recollection of this powerful enemy in all their journeys. Perhaps the fall of strife has triggered even more terrifying events in unseen places. As for me, I detected a strong stench of death from that entity, but it wasn't because it had a connection with Thanatos. I'm afraid it's purely because it has sent countless others to their deaths. Speaking of Thanatos, Mister, there is something else I wish to verify with you.
Oh, what's that?
You must have an idea of the curse I bear by now. I was born as the Shadow of Death, a poison shunned by all living beings. Yet when you caught me in the Grove...
Oh. And why is she blushing that way?
Why you weren't affected by my power.
She was kind of blushing there for a moment, wasn't she? She was blushing there. Does that mean she likes us? I had totally forgotten about this until you brought it up. Maybe it just hasn't taken effect yet? I'm used to it. I'm just special like that. Now that you mention it, I think the same thing happened in the Vortex.
My apologies for the abrupt question. For all my life, I've always wondered, what is my connection to death? And why am I inextricably linked to Thanatos? Mister, you must be tired after being on the move these past few days. Please set aside the tragedy at the Grove for now, and rest for the day.
Scholar manifested the grove and doused that raging blaze. The crisis experienced through your travel. Head to the brook and write it down. Okay.
Mister, you must be tired of...
That's all she has to say, and
My
what the gods
apologies,
say.
Miss Castoris.
Okay, well, anyway, I just gotta go back to our own personal room then. So we could just like relax and chill now. And there's Dong Han. Oh, he looks like he's been well. Let's talk with Dong Han. What has he been up to lately? What has he been up to? Did he find out anything new? Long time no see. I've heard about what happened from Final. You've been through a lot. Not at all. It's all in the service tribute. Life is a struggle. I miss you so much, my dearest friend. You seem you took things pretty hard. What were you doing while I was gone? I was organizing log. I also asked Hysen for some research material from the Grove. I discovered something interesting. Do you remember the Emporium sky was sealed away by Titan? Aquilia presence keep this world isolated from the rest of the world beyond the sky. It seems Hysen's ancestor was the sky priest who worshipped Aquilia. Perhaps she could give us more clues to find a way back to the Astral Express. Nothing out of the ordinary happened in the Holy City in the past few days. I didn't have to talk to anyone either. It was kind of nice spending the time alone. What's kind of funny that Dun Hong said about finding a way to get back to Astral Express. We could just teleport there at any time we want to outside of the main story, which is kind of make a little not sense here, but okay, whatever. Just you wait, your good times are coming to an end. Awful, I should have stayed organized document with you. After what happened at the Grove, there's sure to be unrest in the coming days. We should rest for now. You look tired. You should get some rest, sleep before we set off tomorrow. Good idea. Oh, by the way, I heard some rumor. If you're going to wander around, I suggest avoiding the hot bath. Wait, what? Oh, we're gonna play as Trippy now. Okay. Sometime before in the Memorial Palace. Memorial.
Trian?
What's wrong? Is there trouble at the Grove?
Yes, I sensed something. It was fleeting, but very strong. It feels like they're in some big trouble. Trian used the Century Gate again.
Can you see what's actually happening?
No, it's fuzzy like always. But the enemy's aura has disappeared. Maybe they've moved to a safe place?
Let's hope that it's just a false alarm. We should place our trust in him and Castoris, teacher. They will keep Trian safe.
Aggie, you're talking like we're little kids.
But you guys are little kids.
One day, Trian will reach her limit, and Trebi will take on the role of gatekeeper from her. We are all aware of that. I am just a little concerned about her state of mind. Trian was already unable to speak, even in short sentences when they left. We want to say a proper goodbye at the very least.
I will pray with you.
Thanks. And Aggie, it looks like we will need you to come with us to the baths this time to unwind. It feels like neither of us have laughed for a long while. It's time to head out with the West Wind!
Alright. Okay, so we can play a little bit as Trippy for a moment. So let's actually... Ho-Ho, you could go away for a moment. I don't want to say that in a mean way, but oh, you can just rest up for the day. We'll play as Trippy for today. Look at that. We're playing a little kid. Look how fast she goes, despite that chubby little knees of hers. Anyway, we're gonna go and take a bath with Aglaia. Yo.
It's really hot and heavy. Has it always been like this?
Man, that door spun around very...
Is someone injured over there?
Ooh.
What happened here?
Watch out! Watch out! For the Kremnoan!
Kremnoan? This is their doing?
Aggie, now's not the time to dwell on that. Let's help the injured people first.
Excuse me! Coming through! Oh, you two are here as well. That's a relief.
Even the Twilight Courtyard is involved? What in the world happened here?
I actually just came to relax. But as soon as I got here, I saw all these people lying on the ground. I've examined them, and they don't seem to be seriously ill. It feels like they've just spent too much time in the hot water.
Multiple individuals fainting simultaneously from the hot pool steam? Where is the manager of the baths?
Oh my god, Aglaia's breathing out her Terran force within her.
He disappeared, and no one knows where he's gone to. Some people have been saying that the Kremnoans are behind this. Lady Aglaia, what do you think about this?
Let these people rest. The two of you, please come with me.
Have you thought of something, Aggie?
Yes. While their intentions elude me, it's time to bring this farce to a close.
Okay then. So every hour of the stream, I'm gonna take a little bit of like a 5-minute break to do some stretch and just move around. So I don't like, sit like a couch potato all day. So anyway guys, let's have a little bit of a short break. I'm gonna BRB after the break is over, so I will see you guys soon. Don't go anywhere, I'll be back. Okay, I am back. Let us continue on with the story. And he is mighty.
This is all you can do, huh? Pitiable.
Wait, Finon?
Snowy! Even Snowy!
Snowy.
The culprit is Mightimos.
Wait, what?
D, what did you do to everybody?
Oh my god, wait a second. Do you guys notice this? Look at Finon, the way he's posed his death. It's not the classic like Yamcha death pose, but is it just me or that the way that Finon's pose is some kind of reference to an anime? Why do I have a feeling I have seen this pose before? What does this look remind me of? Please, if for anyone who know, please let me know what is this pose is referencing. If it has any kind of anime reference, the way Finon has his finger pointing and how he's lying down like that. Let me know if you guys know this is some kind of reference to an anime.
It's just another duel where I claimed victory.
Duel?
As I expected. On the surface, these two are the mightiest warriors in the Holy City, but they're still impulsive youths at heart. Speak up, Mighty. Tell us exactly what kind of foolishness you and Finon indulged in this time.
How's your recovery coming along, my friend? Winning and losing a whole part of Warrior's life. Don't let it get to you. Why don't you take a bath to recharge, buddy?
No, none of those sound right.
Keep your chin out. You have greater things to achieve. Want to grab a drink, pal? If you're up for it, let's have a talk.
Forget it. Am I seeing things? Is the magnificent deliverer finally deigning to step outside? What kind of response is that?
Nothing. I was just imitating your usual response. I don't feel anything special from you. Have you passed the demigod trial?
The ritual hasn't reopened yet. In case you forgot, it hasn't been that long since I pulled you out of the trial.
I didn't forget.
Then, you're welcome.
In twilight's last gleam, Makima stands bold. Her walls sturdy, tales untold. Dreaming of her fruitful gardens, pilgrims arrive from distant lands. Figs and olives, so grand. Yet little do they know that they will step into flames, fuel to the fire, a burning brand.
What are you playing at this time?
I just felt like reciting a few lines of poetry. Surely the Crown Prince of Kremnos knows how to appreciate poetry, right?
Kremnoans steer clear of such weak literature. But my library doesn't lack collections of this kind.
These lines express the poet's yearning for their home, just as Akama is distant from many people's homes.
I know how to interpret poetry, Hyugas.
Scoundrel.
There's no point in pretending to be profound, my friend. Thank you for helping me out when I was in a tight spot, but it seems to me that you aren't prepared for the trial either.
Don't compare your situation with mine. My people are still relying on me. I can't ascend to godhood on my own without first resolving their issues.
So, are you suggesting that you, the mighty Mightimos, and the heir to the throne of Kremnos, wish to defy tradition that has endured among your people for millennia?
Still thinking about what I should do.
Never mind. It's probably not my place to offer you counsel. An idea does strike me, though.
Go ahead. Let's see what terrible ideas you've come up with this time.
Maybe we both need to relieve some stress. Come, Mightimos, let's recommence our previous competition. This time, we'll see who can stay in the super hot bath for longer.
Oh no.
What? Are you chickening out?
The phrase chickening out does not exist in the Kremnoan language. I just find this situation absurd, that's all. All-knowing historian, are you not aware that we Kremnoans use boiling water from sword forging for our baths? Looks like I'll have to teach you some royal etiquette today.
And that's basically what happened.
An unprecedented sauna battle commences! With unparalleled resolve, the two warriors' determination even alters the very hue of the steam. Flames intertwine with scalding vapor, reaching toward the heavens, shrouding the sky and the sun. The spectacle is so magnificent that none dare gaze upon it directly. Since we can't see what's happening in the competition, why don't I regale you with a tale of kings to pass the time? Do you recall the long
Okay, let's skip this part because I think this is just gonna be just a bunch of gibberish that we don't need to hear about.
It fixated on its rival's fleeing form in the chase.
Oh my god, they're probably sweating hot right now.
On the other's neck, nearly within reach. It was stuck in a corner. It had nowhere to escape. On the land of Amphorius, some lives meet their end at dusk, some at dawn, and yet others are fated to perish under the blistering sun at noon. And at last, the most scorching moment of the day descended upon them. The formidable hand of fate heeded their call and arrived!
My lords, would you like me to reduce the temperature a little?
They're actually in the bath with their clothes on, which makes sense because who wanna see a naked model of them? Well, maybe some people do, but I'm not one of those kind of people.
Are you asking me to get lost, or...
Do whatever you want.
Oh, please forgive my presumptuousness, my lords.
What a spectacle of folly.
Well, you know what they say.
This is what you get for daring
Boy
to
is
challenge
boy.
a Kremnoan without understanding your own place.
Oh, what the fudge? Okay, I think the previous scene before we switched the whole cutscene, I think there was a little glitch in the game where Mighty was much more bigger and taller and his placement was off, like a little bit off. Now he's actually standing at where he's supposed to be. The game is acting up a bit.
What I'm saying is, your little game dragged down quite a few innocent souls alongside you.
We will personally escort back home the customers left awestruck by our formidable presence.
This isn't fair. You're wearing way less than I am.
Is this the latest trend now? Getting into the baths while dressed in full armor?
Don't look at me like that. It was he who challenged me. There is no word for flee in the Kremnoan language.
Very well. Let us bring this farce to a close, shall we? Warriors, it is time to get moving.
Well, that happened. That happened. This time, finally triumph with his stunning 27-25 victory in terms of the number of trips safely escorted. Wow. Final and Mighty
Alas,
compete on
the
everything,
Flame
do
Chase
they?
journey is destined to be a lengthy one, replete with obstacles.
But thanks to those two, all the gloom has vanished into thin air. Oh, we just had quite the commotion. It's not every day we find the Marmorial Palace this serene. Shall we continue with our previous plans? Hyacinth, would you care to join us?
Such an empty bath is indeed a rare sight. I was looking forward to unwinding after work. I'd be delighted to accept your invitation, Lady Treeby.
How about we go to the biggest bath?
Pick a bath. That's objective. Pick a bath.
Let me check. The water temperature feels just perfect.
So, how is the feeling of having the entire bath to yourselves?
And
So good.
oh, so they're closed. Okay, well at least that's a good thing because hey, we're on YouTube, so YouTube doesn't want to show you some weird, naughty stuff. You know, I mean, this is not that kind of site, you know, but still. It should have been me, not Chibi. I want to be in bath with Aglaya, the pretty lady. Hyacinth's not a bad person too, but it should have been me, guys. It should have been me.
But, Lady Treeby, aren't you going to soak in the bath with us?
And I said all that just for content, guy. Not that I really want to be in a bath. That would be weird.
We will have to pass. After all, we've become children.
Please understand that she can no longer endure the heat of this pool due to the blessings of Yanis.
Oh.
Are you curious about us, Hyacinth?
I am, but something tells me that it might be better to change the topic.
Don't get all nervous. It's not something we can't discuss. The truth is, a long, long time ago, we were a mature adult just like Aggie.
Mature adult.
Then, because of reasons, we inherited Yanis's divinity and gained the power of passage. And in return, the price we had to pay was the splitting of our soul.
Each opening of the Century Gate intensifies the strain on Treeby and the others. They are gradually regressing towards infancy, both in body and mind.
Infancy's what?
We don't know what awaits us at the end either, but anyway, that's why we've turned into children.
So are they saying that their mind and body
In that
turning into a
case,
baby?
when you opened
The
the giant
de-aging?
Century Gate above Akuma during the battle against Nikador.
Well, there's no way around it. We all know that the flame chase journey won't be a smooth ride.
Maybe we can find a way to fix it. The primary research focus of Noosporists is the soul. We explore its depletion and methods to restore dispersed souls. As long as research continues, there might be a breakthrough that can help.
And hello, Josh. Welcome to the live stream. How's your days going? Who's my favorite character in Furry so far? I say it's Aglaya just because she's pretty, but I also kind of like Hyacinth too. I think Hyacinth might come as my second favorite character in Euphoria so far.
So your first reaction is in fact denial. You're indeed an Access student. I look forward to your good news, Hyacinth.
Now there's another reason to look forward to tomorrow.
Lady Treeby, what's wrong?
Something's off. It's that strong feeling again. Is it Trian? Wait, no. It's not Trian this time. It's Trinan. Trinan is a danger.
Trinan? Oh, you mean the one with the... In the meantime... Hey, come on! What is this? SpongeBob SquarePants?
I'm in
cut
this
off?
round of escorting the bathers home.
How does one contender alone make a valid competition?
Offering a compliment or two wouldn't be the
But
end of
honestly,
you.
I also kind of like between Finite and Mighty. They basically kind of, I don't know why. I feel like they kind of almost like Drake and Josh in a sense. I don't know why. They kind of could be part of like a weird sitcom TV show that would be very hilarious to watch.
What is that word? Is that your native tongue?
It means hyena. I'm likening you to a weak hyena. By the way, you emphasized the completely wrong syllable.
Well, you as Castorus and Hysen?
Though
Nice,
we've been
nice.
acquainted for some time, I
like Castorus
rarely
too.
heard you talk in the ancient tongue of Kremnos.
It's because I'm not exactly a master at it either. I can listen and read just fine, but when it comes to writing...
You can write?
You speak as if you don't have a brain.
That was in jest. I understand. After all, you spent all your childhood wandering far from home.
Worry about yourself first, Deliverer. You also never mention your hometown, apart from when you need to introduce yourself.
Well, it's because there isn't much to say. Ides Elysiae is simply a tiny village that disappeared many years ago in the flames of war. The only times I get to see it are in my dreams, and in the trial from the Lance of Fury.
I knew it.
Yes, I saw it all. Ides Elysiae ablaze with everyone. My family, friends, and my kin, lying in a sea of flames. A blood-red half-sun hung in the sky, just like on that day. And before my eyes, that murderer killed Cyrene.
Cyrene!
But I saw its form this time. A black cloak, an eerie mask, and a broken giant sword that carried an ominous aura.
Okay, maybe my theory of that black cloak man is Finite from the future may not be right.
I've been fighting, improving, and resolutely getting stronger all this time. I still couldn't defeat it.
You were blinded by hatred and almost lost yourself in that trial.
That's right. And that's why I am truly thankful to you, Mighty Mouse.
You finally picked up some manners. Better late than never.
Then what about you, Mighty? What did you see in that trial? What do you fear?
There is no word for fear in the Kremnoan language.
I'm getting the feeling that your language has no words at all.
But to answer your question, I saw Akuma in the trial. As well as... my old comrades. Hephaestion. Perdiccas. Ionius. Ptolemy. And Possesta.
I cannot pronounce all those names correctly, even if I try.
Souls, these 5 have been by my side. We faced life and death together during our days in exile. Those 10 years were arduous, yet filled with moments worth treasuring. Each night, we would gather by the campfire, savoring honey brews and singing our hearts out. The wind in the wilds of Amphorius smelled like rust. Hephaestion would always tease me about adding goat milk to the honey brew, claiming I ruined the blood-red color of the drink. He had a scrawny figure, but was a relentless force on the battlefield, dispatching foes without so much as a blink. Perdiccas was an expert in concocting medicines, delving into all those strange folk remedies. Leonius was a swift runner, and our most reliable messenger. Ptolemy was a real bookworm, always spouting off in chapters and verses. When we left Kremnos, he made off with a stack of ancient tomes from the Grand Library. Not like it mattered, as my family owns the library. And then there was Possesta. He was the silent type, but a truly masterful musician.
This is the first time I've heard you mention these 5. And their names.
They died on the battlefield before the Kremnoan detachment managed to join Akuma. Perdiccas was the first to go. He was shot in the stomach by a poisonous arrow from the people of Ladon in the 2nd month of cultivation. In the end, his remedies mended all but himself.
Mightimos, do not mourn. I have achieved honor by bestowing a noble death upon the enemy.
Leonius died in the 5th winter. Idonia's snowstorm lasted 3 full months. On the night of the fiercest storm, our foes launched their assault.
Idonia. Is that the city Castorus used to live in?
Yes. Those zealots were as fearless as Kremnoans in the face of death, but they lacked respect for honor. They cornered us in the bottomless swamp. Leonius covered for our retreat, and they cut his legs off. He vanished into the mire of a foreign land, his body never to be recovered.
This is perfect. Mightimos, I can finally deliver the news of you ascending the throne to the Nether Realm.
20 dusks later, we finally breached the walls of Idonia and entertained the usurper's plea for peace. However, the rebels refused to surrender and set up an ambush within the city. Ptolemy and his cavalry met their end before they could even relish our triumph. Those obelisks that collapsed after being set on fire became their final resting place.
Mightimos, please tell my family. It was not cunning schemes that vanquished Ptolemy, but the immense weight of Amphorius' entire history.
Then, it was Possesta. He lured the enemies into the city of Aenionis with his melodies, buying us invaluable time. Our enemies, consumed by indignation when they discovered the trick, set the entire city and my soldiers on fire. His final words were recorded on a small clay tablet, fractured by the flames.
Mightimos, don the crown.
And at last, my most trusted friend, Hephaestion. He was supposed to stand by my side through it all. But a sudden relapse of his illness hit him on the eve of my duel against my father. He hid his condition from me. By the time I returned victorious, he had but a breath left in him.
A Kremnoan, dying on a sickbed. I would be a laughingstock to everyone.
Hephaestion, my dear friend, spare your strength. I'll go get a physician.
No need. Even if Perdiccas were here, he couldn't stop destiny from taking me away.
No! None can take you away.
Mightimos, our king, do not shed tears for me.
Yeah, this is
It's
kind
not
of
befitting
sad.
your status.
All of his friends just unalive one by
Farewell.
one until the end.
My dear friend, you must lead us
So sad.
back whole.
What a grave trial indeed. Now I understand why you see immortality as a defect, or even a curse.
My father threw me into the sea of souls to break the wheel of karma. But little did he realize it would grant me an immortal body and summon a fated revenge on his head. Following his demise, I considered leading my people back to our homeland. Kremnos had already turned it into a wasteland. Only darkness and insanity thrived there. Against the dissent of many, Krateros included. I made the Kremnoan detachment stay in Akama. But I know that their glory will never be doused out. The instant of strife shall inevitably arrive.
If you take over Nigador, then you must begin the journey back to your homeland. So, you hesitate because you think leaving your people in the Holy City is a better choice?
I don't know. But I have never been crowned. And those 5 were never endowed with any titles. None is aware of their glory.
Your predicament is truly complicated. I don't know how I
Yeah,
can
it
give
is
you
pretty
any useful
complicated
advice.
for sure.
Maybe you could seek counsel from more people, such as the Grand Craftsman. Cartonis' people seem to have been through comparable dilemmas. And that teacher of yours, Krateros?
Dee, we've got a big problem! Big problem!
Lady Triby, what's making you so flustered?
Hurry up and go save Trinan! She got abducted by Krateros!
Wait, what?
Krateros! What's going on?
Ah, Mighty-Mos. It seems I was the one who exposed my vulnerabilities first.
Aglaya, I demand an explanation.
This man abducted Trinan by force and forced her to bring him to the vortex of Genesis. He then brazenly stepped into the trial of the Lance of Fury, and naturally failed.
Oh.
Is she telling the truth? Why did you do that?
Because I don't want to wait anymore. Your hesitation made me desperate. If you want to run away from your destiny to become king, then keep running. Someone will eventually stand up and fill in the gap left by strife. Then they will lead our people home.
Age has blinded you, teacher. Can't you see that I'm hesitating because of this very recklessness seared into your blood?
Krateros, do you truly believe you're worthy of entering the trial? To blaspheme against the prophecy? Does the mission we Chrysos heirs bear seem like child's play to you?
Do you know how the Kremnoans see you, Aglaya? You're a hypocrite and a megalomaniac. The prophecy of Genesis and the Flame Chase journey are just excuses for you to seize power.
Silence, Krateros. Do you even know what you're saying?
Are you defending this woman, Mighty-Mos? How many wars did people start because of her and her so-called prophecy? How many cities fell in the past millennium? Their people massacring each other. Even if this so-called Genesis really exists, will there be a place for the Kremnoans in that new world?
Are you done talking? By agreement between the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders, those who trespass upon the Vortex of Genesis need not be tried by the Council. I am allowed to pass judgment alone. Krateros, your actions are unforgivable. I hereby sentence you.
Aggie, wait! We have a proposal! Someone has to resolve this conflict between the cities. did not use violence to harm us. We can sense that his anxiety stems from his concern for his people's future. Please, Aglaya, hear us out first.
I'm listening.
I'm sorry, Lord Krateros. We were so preoccupied with deciphering the fragments of prophecy that we neglected those of you not favored by its message. Your accusations were harsh, but justified. We wish to earn your trust and those of the Kremnoans. I think the best way to do that is to take you to witness the source of the prophecy for yourself.
The source of the prophecy?
How are you going to show me something that has no form?
You've heard about that Outlander, right? He has somehow made a connection with Orynyx and can completely replicate scenes from the past.
Oh, is it about me?
Ask for his aid. Tomorrow, at the Abyss of Fate in the Temple of Yanisopolis, we will show you everything from that distant memory, Krateros.
A fair proposal. I accept.
Until then, you will be stripped of your freedom. That is my one condition, and I will brook no argument.
It is not the first time I've been made someone else's prisoner. Do as you please, demigod.
Teacher, why did you do this?
Forgive me, young master. But I just cannot wait any longer. Ever since your father died, our people and I have been waiting for a day to revive Kremnos. We placed all of our hopes in you, but never received an answer.
This obsession for returning home has become a sickness for our people. Wise as you are, I refuse to believe that you can't see the truth.
You have a clear head, which is why you're also incomparably alone. A smart person can only choose to tangle himself with the mundane of this world. If you're truly capable of leading our people beyond this blood-stained fate, then prove it to me once more, Mighty Mos. Just as you did back then.
A fierce fighter. I did not expect such heroism from a feeble Acheron. Fulfill your duty as the victor, warrior, and tell me your name. I seek an honorable death from you.
As if you have any honor.
Wow, this is a cool background.
I am the leader of the Kremnoan detachment, Mighty Mos. I'm here to finish you, Father.
It is you, the beast spurned by all. So you did defy death. The prophecy was true. You will bring an end to my Kremnoan dynasty.
Defy? You're wrong. Death fears me. It's the reason I have this body of steel. As for you, you already stand at death's door, Father. You were the one who threw me into the Sea of Souls. The one who tried in vain to enslave a Titan. And the one who desecrated the body of a god. Haikis! You're a weak king. So weak that even the lowliest hyena is a more noble existence than you.
Damn, you say it, Mighty.
Fate's reckoning is upon you.
Then swing your blade. Take my crown. Coronate yourself with an old king's blood and inherit it all. Become the new rightful king of Kremnos.
No. I don't want the crown. Listen, if there's only one end for the kings of Kremnos, then the crown means nothing to me. All I want is your life, to avenge Mother and my comrades.
But the walls of Kremnos will not fall with me. Do you truly think you can escape fate's grasp, my son? You and I, we're both the same. We feast on strife and fear. Now, kill me! The son of Gorgo is destined to be crowned in blood!
It was all just a nightmare.
Kratos. He said the Grand Craftsman Cartonus might have some suggestions. Might as well go see him. Grand Craftsman, how have you been?
King of Kremnos it is. That you would come, I knew.
You knew I was coming?
Why is he talking like
Your
Yoda?
matters, I've heard. The path forward you seek. Many questions you have.
Oh my god, this character does speak like Master
For
Yoda.
that, take this.
What's this?
A signet ring. For the King of Kremnos. Belonged to your mother. Recast and restore it. I did.
What? Mother threw it into the Sea of Souls.
A long time to fish out it took. Very fortunate we were.
I can hardly imagine how much patience and courage it must have taken to find such a small signet ring in the Sea of Souls. I owe you one.
Gratitude there is no need for. Repayment for saving me this is. Questions you bring with you? Ask now.
Fate I've always denied has finally caught up to me. By all rights, I should accept Strife's authority. It would make everyone happy. The Chrysos heirs, the Council of Elders, the Kremnoans. Even the bards who will write it all into song.
Yet hesitate still you do. Hesitate, why do you, young king?
Because of my people. Be they men, women, the elderly or children. The hearts of all Kremnoans yearn for home. They've all been waiting for this day. For the day their king returns. Children of Strife would then be able to go home and embrace the old traditions. Never mind that most of them have only ever been heard in these so-called traditions and song. They would then gather around their king and throw themselves into battle.
This is not a good thing, you believe.
The Kremnoans have been trapped in a cycle of bloodshed for the past 1,000 years. They seek vengeance, start wars, become prosperous, and decline. How much innocent blood flowed into the River of Souls in all those years? How many needless sacrifices could we have avoided? I accept that fate and become the totem of strife that lead my people into repeating the same mistakes. Then of course I would be terrified. I'd be terrified of becoming king.
A different kind of Kremnoan you truly are.
And we're going back to Triby's POV. Moments later in Triby's room. Uh-oh.
Mama, I had a dream last night.
Oh. Now what did you dream about, my darling Trebios?
I had a dream that I turned into many me's. Then we made the moon into a ship and made the stars into our sails. Then we floated on the ocean and let the wind blow us in any direction.
Oh my god, this is a reference to that Golden Epic trailer.
That sounds like a lovely dream.
Yeah. The ocean and the sky were really, really dark. But there were so many of me that I wasn't scared at all because we'd all sing together. The ocean wind blew us onto an island where the wind tasted like flowers. There were bleating sheep and chirping birds inviting us to be their guests. There were so many animals on the island, but none of them ever fought.
Yanis's holy maidens can receive guidance from the god of passages. Perhaps what you saw in your dream is a divine land somewhere in Amphorius.
You think so?
What's wrong, Trebios? You look unhappy.
Because on that same island, I saw a dark mountain on the other side of the ocean. And it was very, very tall. The mountain looked alive, and it kept getting closer to the island. Then I realized it wasn't a mountain, but a very, very tall wave made of water. When the wave smashed against the island, it looked like it was going to eat the island up. The small animals tried to chase it away, but they couldn't stop it. Then there was a bang and I woke up.
A dark wave.
Mama, does something that scary exist in real life?
Yes. Unfortunately, it does exist in Amphorius, but it's very far away from our temple. We call it the Black Tide, though it has nothing to do with water. It has no shape or form, but it can swallow up animals, humans, and even titans, turning them all into monsters.
Oh, the Black Tide is a baddie. I don't want everyone to turn into its food. Can't we chase it away?
Of course, my dear. You only need to behave well and listen to what the adults tell you. Study all the knowledge and etiquette you need, then grow up and become a proper holy maiden. The divine Yanis will then give you guidance and help you light the way for the people.
Wow, I'm gonna eat a lot and study a lot and become a holy maiden.
Remember, guys, study well, eat well, sleep in, what I said there. Work hard, study well, eat and sleep plenty. That's the way, that's the Turtle Hermit way. I learned that from Master Roshi from Dragon Ball series.
But, Mama, you said the Black Tide can swallow up Titans too. What do we do if even Yanis is eaten?
If that happens, then the Holy Maiden will have to be the one to guide people on the right path. After all, we are the human avatars of the God of Passages, yeah?
Yeah!
But one person alone is not enough. Once you're older, you'll make a lot of friends. You must do your best to unite them, because that's also our duty as priests.
Friends? Are they also like me and Mama with pretty red hair?
They might not, but they'll certainly be just as smart and kind as you.
Mama? Am I dreaming?
Don't be silly, dear. Of course you're not dreaming. I've always been by your side.
What?
Now be a good girl and call your friends over too. Let's play hide and seek, just like we used to, okay? My Trebios is the smartest girl. I'm sure you remember where everyone is hiding.
The voice sounds so far away. I don't remember. looking for?
Your friends, who will chase the black tide away alongside you, of course.
Is this from my child? Use the spindle to connect everyone.
There will be an amazing captain on that big ship. She's cheerful, optimistic, bold, and cautious. She'll be able to get everyone together.
Wow, that's amazing! Can I be the captain?
Of course you can. But you'll find someone else who's better for the job, my dear. I think that person lives in a beautiful temple that sits atop a hillside, covered in golden fig trees.
And hello, Destiny Precious! Sorry that I just noticed your message there, but welcome to the live stream. My name is C+Hero, the hero of Vtuber, and we're playing through the main story in Honkai Star Rail version 3.1. And currently we're playing as Trippy.
There's a noble girl there who's very smart, but also very delicate.
Just like Mama?
Perhaps. But before we find the captain, the ship also needs someone who can navigate it. Who could that be?
Let me think. I know! She's Trippy! I named this doll after myself? I don't remember it all. Is this a dream or something that happened in the past?
Interesting. Alright, let's find more.
It's packed full. Mama must have left all of these for me. All the words are blurred out. Could it be that my memory is fading?
Memory is fading?
Chest! You can't lock me away! Huh? Why is this doll inside a chest? It's holding a sword. Why?
Many years later, many brave warriors will board this ship. They're skilled combatants who fear no danger.
Ooh, I can learn how to fight too and protect everybody!
Silly girl. You're Yanisopoulos' holy maiden. It's not your duty to fight. There will be many others to protect you.
Alright. Then where will they come from?
I believe one warrior hails from a lovely village where bulrushes flourish, while another comes from a magnificent royal city. Though each has their own troubles, both are ready to lend their strength for the ship's long voyage.
Oh, that looked like a reference to Finon and Midamos.
In that case, let Trian fight by their side. This way, they'll always stay on course. How could I have known the name Trian back then? Was it just a coincidence, or...?
I don't think so. Coincidence? I think not.
Learning can change your destiny.
When navigating at sea, you need to know both astronomy and geography.
Isn't Yanis's knowledge enough?
Oh, sweetie. The ocean isn't like the land. It's easy to get lost. That's why it's important to learn to recognize the miracle of Aquila.
Alright. Even though my brain is already super duper smart, I'll still try my very best.
Circe also favors children who try their best. They will send a wise scholar as everyone's teacher to help you reach your dreams.
I want to be a teacher too! Oh, wait. I'm super duper smart. So I want to be the teacher's teacher!
Why not? But if you're going to be a teacher, you might need to tone down that hyper energy of yours.
Then Trinan can do it! She's well behaved and would make a great teacher. Mama and the others always said that I had a great memory. But now, I can't even tell if this is a memory or a dream.
Come, let's line them up.
Very, very mysterious.
Now, Trebios, set them on this music box and let them compose a melody for our song.
Music box? What's that?
Sweetheart, are you still groggy from your nap? You invented it.
I invented it? What does it do?
Oh, my lovely Trebi. You're usually so bright. What's gotten into you today? Well, you might as well see for yourself. Put your good friends on it and see the wonders it can do.
Put the dolls on.
Place the dolls.
It's rotating. And I can hear something.
That's right. It's a music box. If you place the dolls in the right spots, it will start rotating and play beautiful music. Out of all your inventions, this one is my favorite.
I don't remember.
It's all right, my child. I'll sing along to the tune, and it will help jog your memories. Happiness abounded in this lush land by God's chosen. Giants raised their glasses in a toast, beheld by the 12 constellations. 3 carved the heavens and the earth. 3 wove the threads of fate. 3 molded life with their hands, and 3 guided calamity's gate. They declared the world too unstirring, hence wished endless laughter upon the living. Thus you and I were created, with words and song to weave, and love and intimacy to give. Thus creation was complete. Who then will bear the weight of humanity's souls, to lighten the steps of the living as a whole?
Ooh, shiver myself there, kind of getting a little cold.
O great Kefali, all-knowing Father of stature so tall, yet low does their gaze willingly fall. With light of dawn heavy upon their shoulders, golden blood spills unto the land, converging into a boiling river that flows to the heroic heirs of this world.
What?
What's going on?
Oh yes, please lend me your ears. In the black mist, as death and fate draw close, on the bloodied earth, the living and dead, but ghosts. What is this world? It mirrors your maze-like fate. What is this world?
Okay, something creepy is happening. I never expected it to become into a horror scene.
What is the past? Wandering ghosts that linger. What is the future? Souls scattered by fate's finger. What is the start? A voyage born in solitude. What is the end? A spirit, lonely and subdued. Lonely and subdued. Then subdued. Then subdued. 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 Subdued.
What's going on?
Hurry, run! Trebios, run! The black tide has arrived.
Where can I go?
And what is up with these dolls? Oh my god, they're everywhere! What the fuck? Oh my god.
Why? Are there dolls everywhere?
That's what I want to know! What the fudge?
This is the sacrifice of a holy maiden. You won't make it to the only one person can.
I know! It's fine if we can't reach the end. Our minds are made up.
Go. bid your farewells, Trees. Time is running out.
Mama, are you going to leave me?
My sweet girl. I will never leave you. But remember this, Trevios. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Since your mind is made up, then traverse the black tide and dispel the fog for Amphorius. I shall see you tomorrow, my dearest Trevios.
Wow. Okay. Wow, that happened.
Are we still in a dream?
Did you have a nightmare?
Maybe. But it's been a long time since we had any dreams.
It's not yet the entry hour. You still have plenty of time to rest.
No. Our heart is still racing.
It must be that reckless Kremnoan soldier who startled Trinan. And you as well. If you want, I can pass through his chest with the golden thread right now.
Aggie, cut it out with the scary talk.
I'm just kidding. If I were serious, I wouldn't have waited until now. Do you want to talk about the dream? Keeping it bottled up is not good for your health.
We had a dream about Mama. The dream itself was nothing. It's just the timing that feels a bit unsettling.
You mean...
It's Trian. Even if we refrain from ever using the power of the Century Gate again, her soul continues to slowly drift away from her body. There isn't much time left.
Perhaps it wouldn't be such a bad idea to let her relinquish her role as the gatekeeper and live out her days as a carefree child.
You have a point, Aggie, but our decision has already been made on that matter.
I believe there's still another way.
Souls will be spent until they dissolve into dust. Such is our fate. Once we had a whole and connected body. If that body were a tree, then its trunk and branches would share the same fate, decaying at the same pace. Now, we are fragmented into numerous selves. Despite the absence of a trunk, we are offered another possibility. We can choose how our branches will perish in a way that is most beneficial to the Flame Chase journey.
Compared with saying farewell to one person, watching many fade away before me is even more sorrowful.
But advancing is the destined end of Yanis's trial. There's no retreat in our path. Don't feel sad about saying goodbye to us. We have already agreed on this, right?
It won't be long before I forget what sorrow tastes like.
So, what would you like for breakfast, Aggie?
What? Where did that come from?
After all this talking, we are feeling a bit hungry. Plus, it's nearly the entry hour now. Do you remember when we first met, Aggie? You were still a little one, and we caught you secretly eating oatmeal late at night.
While my emotions might be fading, those memories are still as vivid as ever, teacher. Please, let me do it. What would you like to eat?
It's fine. Leave it to us. You should rest for now. It won't take long, and we'll call you when it's done.
In that case, thank you.
And see you tomorrow, Aggie. Never Nevertheless, that nightmare is ominous. Memories are slipping away, even the image of Mama. Just as expected, another trip must be made into the abyss of fate. Hopefully Orynyx will be willing to help us.
At the same time, somewhere... Oh, come on. Oh my god. When will this story end? Anaxa.
Long time no see, Professor Anaxa.
Who are you?
It's been a while. I'm the one who once overthrew the entire classroom in that spiritual physics lecture.
I never knew Finite could be such a rascal.
Oh, it's you.
Oh, it's you.
No
the way he say, oh, it's you. Kind of sound like Squidward. I don't know why, but I think Anaxa is pretty much Squidward of Amphorius, guys. I think that's kind of what he is.
I remember that glib tongue of yours. What brings you here? Surely you're not here to reminisce.
You could tell.
Of course. You only beat around the bush when you have a hidden agenda.
That's not true. I'm here to seek enlightenment, as always. Could you please teach me everything you know about the black-robed swordmaster?
Rumors sure travel fast. Unfortunately, I too know nothing about it. I can only tell you that it is clad in a black robe and wields a greatsword. At least, it looks like a greatsword. It's shaped like a twisted half-sun, and a peculiar dagger resembling a crescent moon. By the way, take this with you. I got it from the sneak attack. It's yours now.
I was right. It is this thing. The one who torched ID's Elysiae to the ground.
And hello, welcome to the livestream Vertex JRPG. My name is C+Hero. If you're brand new here, welcome to the livestream. But yeah, we're just, you know, trying to finish up version 3.1 story. I have a feeling that I don't think I will finish this story for tonight, but maybe I'll do it on March 7th, which, funny enough, it's March 7th birthday, this Friday.
Don't try to be a hero. No one in Akuma stands a chance against that thing right now.
Is that what the Titan said as well?
Not at first. But the god relented after having had a taste of its power. Even with the god possessing me, I couldn't fight against that.
Yes,
blade.
Bainan is pretty cool. He is pretty cool, right?
That incredible power doesn't seem to be granted by any Titan.
Are you suggesting that it originates from beyond?
You forgot that this Friday is March 7th and it's March 7th birthday? Yeah, I know, right?
It's possible. Much like the Black Tide.
Nonetheless, it's an enemy we must overcome.
We? Drop the pipe dream, Finon. No one wants to see you fall by their blade.
His mere presence will endanger the Holy City and the Flame Chase.
No, I have not played the original Honkai Impact 3rd, but I know that some of the character in Honkai Star Rail looks exactly a little bit similar to the character from Honkai Impact 3rd. Like we have Zile, Bronya, I mean those are the obvious, Kokolia, Susung. Heck, there's even like an older version of Yang Chi in the original Honkai Impact 3rd.
You know that I don't believe.
And also Welt too. Welt is originally from the Honkai Impact 3rd universe.
You don't believe in the so-called prophecy, I know. However, I'm here to seek your assistance, not at the request of Aglaya or Tribi. I just want to eliminate a threat to the city I pledged to protect. That's all. The tragedy at the Grove must never happen again.
Take a seat. Since you are sincerely seeking enlightenment, I suppose I can tell you one more thing.
Soon after, in the abyss of fate.
What's wrong, Trian? Nothing. Just remembering what happened at the Grove. Monster in the black cloak. So scary. Everyone in danger. Nightmare. I can't forget be scared. There are no bad guys here. Didn't you save everyone with the Century Gate, Trian? Trian threw it away. Far, far away. It's never coming back. We got back safe from the Grove because of you, Trian. You're the reason the Flame Chase journey can continue. Sorry. Trian feels a bit dizzy. Why are we here again? For the same thing, of course. Remember? Tomorrow we will reveal the prophecies past to everyone. But first, we need to restore the memories that have been blurred by the fragmentation. We hope to present the full truth to everyone without hiding anything. Since Yanis caused the fragmentation, we can only turn to another Titan or Onyx for help. Also, remember to get breakfast ready for Aggie before the Lucid Hour tomorrow. Oh, yes! Trian remembers now. Oh, on that note, we had better prepare some saffron before we meet with the Titan. Saffron? Huh, it's an essential offering for rituals in the Temple of the Three Fates. You think we shouldn't go to Orynyx empty-handed? Yes, it's also a symbol of Yanisopolis. If we are to replicate memories, we need to use something that has experienced those days. And when we first met Aggie, we added that to the porridge we made for her, and she really loved it. I see! It's like killing 3 birds with 1 stone! But it all depends on whether Orynyx is willing to help us. This could be a problem. After all, it was us who took the core flame from Yanis, from Orynyx's kin. We will have to give it a try. If there's truly no other way... In our current state, we probably can't do anything to them. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Leave it to Trian. Trian knows how to play cute. In any case...
Right, we're gonna distract the Titan by just playing cute. Yeah, that's how they're gonna win the heart of the Titan.
Temple, untouched by Nikador's soldiers. I remember that aged saffron is preserved in sealed jars. Let's be on the lookout as we go.
Okay, I think we spent quite a lot of time today, but do we even have enough time to finish the story? I don't think we do, but I feel like we still have a couple more, maybe an hour more left. But it's almost like 8 o'clock, and I was originally intended to stream for 3 hours, but I don't think I have that enough time now. Plus, I think I should go and help my folk to make dinner tonight. So, although there's only still more hours, I guess we could still play a little bit longer. Alright then, let's just play a little...
Turn back, teacher.
Oh my god. Oh my god, the horror began, the horror.
Aggie? No, it's an illusion.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Something creepy is happening. And let's switch to Tribby, since it kind of makes sense for the story-wise. I love how Tribby just throw a rocket at people. I love that.
Wow, this room is huge. Trinan, did you? Yeah, I saw it. Was that a warning from Orynyx? What are you two whispering about? Tribby? Trinan? Trian can't even hear our own telecommunication. Well, never mind. Trian suddenly feels like this place is quite familiar. Oh, there's a whiff of safari in this room. It's right over there. Over here. Follow Trian. Trian, slow down.
Even if separation is our fate, a futile death is not the solution.
Mighty.
It appeared again.
Oh my god. Creepy stuff is happening, guys.
Right here. I summon thee, Oryx. Stir up ripples of past reverie. Something's appeared. Wait, we should read it first.
To Mr. Wincombe, for many I cannot even say that word anymore. Janisopolis. Oh my god. Why can't I read this name anymore? Even though they said the name of the city several times. Anyway, I'm just going to Yapalopolis. So for many years, Yapalopolis has relied on the rose matrix to obtain the boon of the god. We have spent 5 or 6 years now digging out its root and cutting back its branches. Now, this red tree is on the verge of collapse that has long since ceased to serve its purpose. Yet it still seeks to spread out its canopy and eclipse Yapalopolis for the glorious rays. We have a secret plan to fell this tree. We just need to wait for the soundwave to make a small move, and the rose venture will slip and fall into the abyss. Yapalopolis is built on a mountainside. There are more than a few cases of people who lost their footing in its history. As for the next sacred tree, we are planning on selecting another puppet. As for the rose-mentioned daughter, Tribios, we'll call her Saffron for now. In my eyes, I think it could be fine to just find an excuse to off Saffron. However, Codex the Acolyte is extremely insistent on raising her to become the next sacred tree. She has undergone related education since she was a young girl, which would save a lot of work on our part. As for identity as a daughter of Rose Mystery, she is still young, has not yet grown weight. If we can just keep her grounded, and the power of Divine Oracle will remain tightly in our grasp. We both know that the saffron most outstanding properties that it can be cooked in so many ways. Put it in poultry, stew, or fry. No matter how you cook it, this plant will always be a delicacy.
Wait, this is a letter? It mentions something about saffron and Tribios? Isn't that name... Never mind that for now. Why is this letter here? And how did Trian sense it? Could it be... our lost memories? Is it possible that we were already noticed by Oryx and entered their trial?
And hello, D4! I hope you don't mind calling you D4, but my name is C+Hero, Hero of Vtuber Mating, and I am finishing up the main story in Honkai Star Rail version 3.1, hopefully. I think we're very close near the end.
Oryx has the whims of a child. Perhaps they're toying with us on purpose. Come on, this isn't the right time to be playing games.
Separation and death are two sides of reconciliation. Doesn't come easily for a mortal.
Are these visions also fragments of the past? Tribi! Trinan! Look what I found! Is this the safari? Coming! We'll take a look. But Trian, there's nothing in here. What? It was right in this dolium. Huh? There's really nothing here. That can't be! I swear I saw it! I swear! Trian is telling the truth. It was right there. Where did it go? Tribi...
This is kind of getting very weird.
Trian can't seem to hear you at all.
I think we're kind of experiencing some kind of weird time horror here, guys.
We were just lost in our thoughts. Don't worry, Trian. What you saw was likely, Yanna's hair. We must have startled it away. Okay. Could Oryx be trying to make us falter? But why would they do that? Something feels off. Tribi, don't you think this temple is a little too quiet? What do you mean? It might just be an illusion. But Trinan wonders, is Oryx really putting us through a trial? Still no luck finding any safari. I suppose we can do without it. Let's try to convince Oryx. At least they didn't toss us out straight away.
Something doesn't feel quite right. Alright.
Whoa, Treevy.
Oh no.
So cool. So many of us now. Brienne. It's really quiet in here. Do all Titans live in dark places like this?
Something doesn't feel quite right here.
What's going on? Oryx disappeared?
Not long ago in Alkema. What? Oh, come on. Why are we switching
Are you
here?
saying that the black-robed swordmaster is not just tied to the Black Tide, but is also hunting for core flames everywhere?
This is the most plausible possibility. First, it has a vessel that can hold core flames. Second, I'm one of its targets. Let's start with the first premise. Its peculiar ceremonial blade can interact with a core flame, as evidenced by the pull I felt when it stabbed into my chest. I hypothesize that the blade can sense, absorb, or even retain core flames. The second premise is even more explicit. When it was engaged in fierce battle with many of us and was heavily distracted, it remained consistently focused on me. Or rather, on the Titan Circes inside me.
So it's plundering the flames. But if your argument holds up, wouldn't he be headed to Akama soon? The vortex of Genesis is full of the Titan's core flames.
Not necessarily. Let's call that person the Flame Reaver for now. If my presumption holds, that person has 3 targets. The first target is me. The second target is Oryx, who hasn't yet fallen. And the third is Akama and the Vortex of Genesis, where the core flames are housed. But I suspect Akama won't be their first target. Kefali's core flame is guarded by the Council of Elders' arcane power. And Fagusa's water curtain should be able to block out any external perceptions.
What about Thanatos and Aquila? Their core flames are yet to be restored?
The whereabouts of Thanatos remain a mystery to all. As for Aquila, can you fly?
No, I can't. Why are you asking that?
Can that Swordmaster fly?
Good point. But what if he does grow wings?
If they had wings, I wouldn't have made it out of the grove alive.
That's a relief. Anyway, since the Flame Reaver has 2 targets, we need to move fast.
With the distances between Akama, the grove, and these potential targets, I believe we should bolster our defenses and...
Bad news, Finon. Trivia is missing. The last time the 3 of them was seen was in the Abyss of Fate. Oh boy.
Oryx! Are you in here?
I don't think Oryx is no longer alive.
No response at all. Did they foresee that we were coming and hide in the fog? Or...
I don't think there's no more Oryx, guys.
Treeby, we should leave. This temple has other people in it. What? Oh. Listen, footsteps. Fast ones. 3 or 4 people coming this way. Come on, we need to hide. Whoever they are, we can't let them see us. Treeby, Trinan, come check this out. What's this? Trian feels like it's so familiar.
Oh.
Treeby. See you tomorrow.
No! Sometime later in the abyss of fate.
Where am I? Little Gray? Snowy? And... Wait... Where's Trian? Is she back?
We only saw the two of you collapsed on the side of the road when we arrived.
Danny and I looked around, but we couldn't find any traces of Lady Trian.
What about the black-robed swordmaster?
Blast it! Of course it's him. We were still too late. I fear something bad has happened to Orynyx's core flame.
Then Lady Trian...
She doesn't have much divine power left. We can barely sense anything.
We need to go after the black Trian. I have a bad feeling about this.
That you're both safe is already a blessing. Everyone, we must take action now. We should split into 2 groups. One group will stay in the abyss and meet up with Aglaya's reinforcements, then search for Trian's whereabouts. The other group will come with me to pursue the black-robed swordmaster and recover the core flame.
You know where it's headed.
I didn't get to tell you this before, but Anaxa and I already have our misgivings about the Black Tide, so we've made preparations. I'll tell you the details as we move. Opportunities are fleeting on the battlefield. We should hurry.
Lord Finan! Lady Treeby and Lady Trinan. I'm glad you're all right.
Did Aglaya's people get here?
Yes. Lady Aglaya already knows about the situation and sent along a message. Finan, I understand that Swordmaster is of great importance to you. But if you charge in without a plan, I fear that you won't be the only one who dies in vain.
I understand. Hatred is a hero's deadliest poison. I have no intention of fighting alone. If that Swordmaster really is related to the Black Tide, the Chrysos heirs must not take them lightly. I have indeed planned to return to the Holy City and discuss the strategy with Aglaya. We'll need all the help we can get for this encirclement.
Why don't we split up as previously discussed? Hyson and I will stay to regroup with the reinforcement. You go back to the Holy City where everyone else and tell Aglaya about your plans.
Trinan will stay in the abyss too. That way, both sides can communicate with each other if anything happens.
Thank you, everyone. Partner, Treeby, let's go.
And we're returning to our main character POV now.
You're back, Aglaya.
You should have come to me first, Finan.
Aggie, there's no need to scold Snowy. Akuma is currently in grave danger.
I know. It's beyond my imagination.
Man, this whole time it's been just cutscene to cutscene to cutscene.
Such quick succession.
I mean, I don't mind it, but it's just like, man, I kind of really want to save the game and just like, you know, get ready for dinner.
Tell us your plan. Time is of the essence.
Yes, time is of the essence, at least for me too.
This being is not just hunting titans, but taking the core flames too?
Yes. just like the Flame Chase journey is doing. Professor Anaxa thinks the Flame Reaver's arrival is likely a sign the Black Tide has spread further.
Regardless of whether you're right, this being is still far more aggressive than we expected.
But its madness is also an opportunity for us. If its goal is the Core Flame, then that means us humans can lure it into a trap. Anaxa had already left the Holy City with Cersei's Core Flame while we were on our way to the Abyss, so he can make preparations for the battlefield.
Tell me, what makes you think this won't end with us losing another Core Flame?
Because this time, the power from beyond the sky is also at our side. He is the key.
I knew it. Of course, it's got to be me. Really? Are you sure I can do it? I have a Stellar on. Shall we pass it off as a Core Flame?
We need your other companion, too.
Ma'am, do you mean me?
I see. Finan, that battlefield you mentioned, is it Castrum Kremnos?
Ah.
Yes. I'm sure everyone remembers the astonishing miracle our partner here performed with his companion during the battle with Nikador, and how they awakened Castrum Kremnos' past. That will be the key to our victory. We will use Orynyx's power to once again open a passage to the past and lure our enemy inside. Then, we'll seal the Flame Reaver in the maze of time.
Impressive. Orynyx has fallen, and Yanis's divine power already belongs to Akima. Once we take back the Core Flame, the Swordmaster will have no means of escape. It's very clever, using the element of surprise instead of brute strength. Can you do it, little one?
I just have to throw that blood cloak guy into the past and lock them there, right? With the memory fragment, I can open the door no problem. As for the rest... Well, let's just say that C+Hero and I can do anything as long as we're together. That's right, we can do anything. Really? I'm not sure about that. Really? Then I'm gonna make a wish. Yeah, can you feel the fervent gazes? This is a big deal. We can't let everyone down.
Such enthusiasm. I'm glad to see you're confident. By the way, the Council of Elders declared a state of emergency when Treeby went missing. Kynus and her following have heard tell of the incident at the Grove, and are galvanizing support in secret. I fear she'll make her move before the next assembly of the citizens.
What are they plotting?
That short-sighted politician likely believes the Chrysos heirs have outlived their usefulness, and is making preparations for her next step. That ugly side of humanity is something we'll have to deal with eventually. But that's a problem for another day. I've sent Castoris ahead to the council with a message. She should be able to keep the situation under control for the time being. Finan, it is my hope that we can come to an understanding on this. We must take down the Flame Reaver in one go, and retrieve the Core Flame. And in doing so, grant ourselves an advantage against the Council of Elders.
Of course. You may count on me to lead the charge.
I apologize for tasking you to spearhead the plan once again, but Akima is currently beset by enemies from within and without. The situation brooks no delay, and we have precious little time to confer and discuss the plan with you. That being said, you are the key to our success, and I shall respect any decision you make.
How do we make sure that the plan will work?
I may not be as masterful as Trian when it comes to the Century Gate, but even I can open a nice big gate if I have enough time.
As for whether we can take back the Core Flame, that will be up to Anaxa's capabilities.
Based on what I know of him, he can do it. I'll be honest, we can't. But the Flame Reaver will have to step over my dead body if they wish to do you harm.
Hooray! I was worried that you'll be mad at me.
We are grateful to you for your aid. And to the rest of you as well. Now, let us be off to begin the hunt. May carefully sharpen our gaze and grant us victory over the enemy.
Feel like we're missing someone.
You mean Mighty? he's dealing with a different problem. Don't worry, that man would never miss out on this fight.
Vortex of Genesis, Akama.
Farewell, my dear friend. You must lead us back home.
You and I, we are both the same. We feast on strife and fear.
If you're truly capable of leading our people beyond this blood-stained fate, then prove it to me once more, Mighty Mos.
I knew you'd be here.
I heard you're about to set off on an expedition.
That's right. It's going to be a tough battle, and our destination is... turns out to be Castrum Kremnos.
Is that why you're here? To pray to the dead Nikador?
No, just the opposite. I'm here to tell you, you can entrust the front lines to us this time. You can't afford to lose your upcoming battle either.
Have you heard the story of Geocles the Mountain Breaker?
Sounds like you've spoken with Cartonas. That's the name of the legendary mountain dweller, right?
Let's have a chat before we go our separate ways. Cartonas told me that back in ancient times, the mountain dwellers lived in seclusion. They spent their days quarrying and gathering, living a simple and peaceful life away from strife. But Geocles was different. He resisted their traditional way of life.
Sorry about
yearning
that.
for the
Actually, I
world
pressed the
beyond
wrong
the
button.
mountain. They're safe, but humdrum culture was like fetters around him.
He sounds a lot like you.
Yes. That is why he, too, faced the same dilemma as I do. One day, during one of Geocles' many ventures beyond the mountain, he spied a battalion of Ladonians stationed at the foot of the mountain. The Ladonians were at war with their arch-enemies, the Companions, and they used the mountain as a base to carry out guerrilla warfare operations. When Geocles, who had taught himself the common tongue, approached a soldier, he learned a shocking piece of news. Ladonians were planning to plant mines and explosives all over the mountain, and then lure their enemies within. With danger lurking with every step, the mountain dwellers' homes were no longer safe. Geocles quickly returned to his village to bring the news to his people. But...
let me guess. They refused change and chose to put up with the situation instead.
That's right. The mountain dwellers were fearful of even the smallest change to their lifestyle, let alone leaving their home. Despite the imminent war, the elders would rather negotiate for peace instead of leaving the mountains. This made Geocles both angry and sad. But he didn't give up. If you were in his shoes, what would you have done?
Lead my people on a resistance, perhaps. I'm not sure.
And
I can't
hello,
think of a solution that
Tapper.
would
Boy,
make
we're
everyone
kind of getting a lot of new viewers here. But welcome to the live stream. My name is C+Hero, the hero of Vtuber making, and currently we are playing version 3.1 story in Honkai Star Rail. How's your days going?
He took the mountain dweller's store of gemstones, and traded them with the Ladonians for a massive amount of gunpowder. But he didn't do this to fight the Companions. Under the cover of night, he set ablaze the forest surrounding the settlement, forcing his people to flee the mountain. That great fire marks the beginning of mountain dweller history. Since then, their people became part of civilization, and giants became a common sight in the holy city. Meanwhile, that mountain they once lived in has turned into little more than foam inside the black tide.
But leaving their homeland also brought many mountain dwellers misfortune. They
were hunted by Kremnoans or enslaved. Indeed, that is undeniably also part of their history. But that is Geocles for you. The merits of his actions, or lack thereof, have been scrutinized by many, but historians nevertheless hail him as the Mountain Breaker. Why do you think that is? It's simply because he took action and enacted change with his own hands. He didn't try to make everyone understand him, nor did he even waste time trying to make everyone happy. He started a great fire and burned the shackles of tradition to ashes. And then forced everyone to march toward the coming of a new era.
You've made up your mind, haven't you?
I'll be leaving Akuma soon to fight the great darkness of this world, to shoulder Nikador's destiny. So, listen well. If there comes a day when we meet again on the battlefield, that I stand opposed to the flame chase, remember to stab your sword into my back through my 10th thoracic vertebra. That's my weak spot, and the only way to kill me.
You have my word.
Go now. The battlefield calls. Send that flame-thieving hyena to their death. But if you find yourselves with no other recourse, pray to that blade in the sky, and loudly call out the name of the new god.
That's the sound of an all-out war. Not the kind of ruckus Professor Anaxa can raise on his own. Let's hurry. The battlefield is just ahead.
Okay. Entrap the Flame Reavers. So, since we're back to the POV side, I think we're gonna end the stream here for today. I know it's been quite a long. There was a lot of cutscene, but I think we learned some important thing. Unfortunately, I don't think Trien is alive among us. So is Oranex, the time Titan. But next time on Honkai Star Rail, it's gonna be a special day because it is March 7th the next time. This Friday is March 7th, aka birthday for a particular character in Honkai Star Rail that we know and love, which happened to be the mascot of this character. I'm pretty sure you guys know who that is, but we'll see each other again next time this Friday at same time, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, if you guys enjoy watching this live stream and want to see more of me play Honkai Star Rail, please consider giving me a like. Click that subscribe button if you haven't yet. And check my other Honkai Star Rail content here on my YouTube channel. I make Honkai Star Rail video every week, as including YouTube short as well. And check out my latest short that I uploaded just today in the morning, actually. And consider joining my Discord server so that you'll be notified when I go live again. Thank you so, and we also talk more about Honkai Star Rail as well as that too in our little server. Thank you so much for coming, guys. But until then, don't forget, don't poo for the meta, poo for the waifu. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you guys are. Thank you so much, guys. C+Hero signing out.